happening, everybody? It's Ike from Flipside Music, and I am here with
Dylan.
And welcome to Season 2, Episode 4 of What the F.A.Q. What the F.A.Q.
What the F.A.Q, yeah.
Your
F.A.Q of Seagulls, according to Tim White.
Right, F.A.Q of Seagulls. The question and answer show that's sweeping the nation, all across the nation.
Yeah, one person at a time.
Sweeping.
Like, literally, one person at a time.
Right, yeah. Right. We're gathering tens of people at a time as we speak.
Over weeks.
Yeah, right. We ain't gathering shit. But we're working at it. We appreciate these guys.
We're like a stone that's on like a flat part. We'll eventually start rolling again.
Yeah, it's okay.
We'll gather some moss here soon.
Incredible content. Worldwide.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to jump right in, and we'll go with, let's see here. Let's go with Ben Coombs' question.
Okay.
Ben Coombs, our preferred Canadian retailer, or YouTuber.
Well, he might be a retailer.
He might be.
Yeah.
Well, he helps
with
out
his
with
pickups and, yeah.
The guys with Ardens up there.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Trenton, I believe. Trenton,
Actually,
Ontario.
yeah, they look like they have a nice shop.
Yeah, it does look like a nice shop.
Yeah.
They got cool stuff.
Yeah.
So Ben Coombs asks, "What's your favorite fretboard material?"
Favorite fretboard material.
Don't ask that question with too much cocaine, because you don't blah 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 blah. Sorry. Not rock star questions. All right, what's your favorite fretboard material? So for me personally, I kind of have two, but if I have to pick one, I'm gonna have to go with maple.
Oh, really?
I like maple as my favorite.
Because I feel like you have the least amount of maple for... Well, you got two main maple. Oh, no, you're accumulating some maple. I see what you're saying.
See what's going on?
Yeah.
So, but my secondary...
Like, even 3 or 4 years ago, I wouldn't have said that, though. Because you didn't have that many.
Right, well, that's the thing.
Yeah, that time is gone, yeah.
That time has passed, Dylan. I've matured.
Into maple.
I'm all grown up. So I like maple, and then my second one is...
You're just saying that because he's
ebony.
Canadian.
Well, yeah. Hey, it's Canadian maple there. Ebony's the other one.
Yeah, I was going to say, ebony for me, like... To me, it feels better than rosewood. I mean, rosewood's nice if it's a good piece, but I also feel like sometimes it can be a little rough. And I feel like ebony's always just a little glassier.
That's what I like about it too. And same thing with like the maple. It's usually a little bit slicker. Yeah. Now, granted, it usually has a...
Yeah, but I like that feel of maple too. And like that's the one fretboard material I haven't really. I don't have anything that's maple yet. So
you should.
Yeah,
we should work on that.
Well, that's what I was thinking when like if we do a parts caster, I definitely want to do a maple neck.
Yeah, you said.
If we do. Yeah, if we do. Oh man.
Yes. All right. Yeah, we're children. We know that shit. Yeah. All right. So what's the next question?
Yonks, Mr. Yonkers, MJ Yonkers. What's your favorite ZZ Top riff or tone?
Favorite ZZ Top riff and or tone, or just both?
Maybe both. I don't know. Like for me, tone. I don't know. The first out, like his tone's pretty great, but once it gets into the '80s, a little processed. I felt like, but his tone on the first album is just it's perfect.
That's where I was gonna go to.
Yeah.
So I have a copy of ZZ Top's first album. I bought it off of.
Yeah, first pressing too.
First pressing off of Reverb. No, not Reverb. eBay. And it's because it went back and reprocessed it.
Right.
And if
you don't have the first pressing of it.
Yeah, it's got all that. It's got more digital shit in it. It sounds terrible. It doesn't sound terrible. Great song.
It's just not as
It's just not as raw as it is first run. And yeah, his tone in that is just. Amazing.
Well, especially the way it starts off with Brown Sugar when it starts on that the upstroke with the high E, and it's like it just right from that first like sound, it just sounds good.
I mean, favorite riff, I'd have to say, Just Got Paid is probably my favorite. Now, so many people have played it. I hear a lot of people playing it on YouTube, and a lot of people kind of screw around with that riff. But that's still one of my favorites. It's just a great.
Mine's Beer Drinkers and Hellraisers. That's
that's my favorite.
Good. Yeah, just because it's, for ZZ Top, it's a little metally. Just a little bit, because it's got that constant kind of gallop to it.
Yeah, I could hear that. I like, but I mean, there's so many great ZZ Top songs. I like, I'm Bad, I'm Nationwide.
Yeah.
Gang, 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 gang,
well, even, I mean, Sharp Dressed Man is like just an all-time classic. Like
that's
the swing on that riff is just,
That one's a fun one to play, too.
Yeah.
Tush is a great,
it's
got a little... It's basically a 1-4-5 blues, but it's got couple little things in it that make it a little bit more fun.
Yeah, I mean, there's the classics. I think for me, like the ones that are outside of that, yeah, Beer Drinkers would be my personal favorite.
I like what's the other one? Manic Mechanic.
Oh yeah.
That's a really cool song.
Yeah,
we're just going now. We're just mentioning ZZ Top songs that we like.
Yeah.
But there's a whole. I mean, Jesus Just Left Chicago.
Yeah, actually, that is a good one. And his live tone on that one, I think it was.
Check out Live from '82.
Yeah, I was gonna say there was one I was watching the other day that like his tone on that was really. I think I was like some of the last years though that he was using the full rig just as is. Because as time has gone on, it's kind of like he still uses a lot of the same stuff, but there's a lot of extra just EQ stuff going on with his pickups.
Well, he could pick whatever. I mean, he could pick up whatever guitar he wants.
It sounds the same. Yeah.
It's gonna sound. Yeah. It's gonna sound like him. Super gainy.
Right. And actually, that's one thing I was pretty surprised. I had no idea how much gain he actually really runs with. Like it's a lot.
It is.
Yeah.
Like if you really sit down and listen to it.
I mean, it's like thrash metal levels of gain, if not more. But I think just the way he.
Cool, man.
Yeah, the way he controls it is kind of, I think, part of that.
He's got a very light touch.
Right. Well, and he even kind of lets it get right up to feedback, and then he kind of pulls it back.
So I hope that answers the question. Either way, go check out some old ZZ Top. There's a lot of really cool stuff in there.
Yeah, in the first album, you definitely
it's all dirty, and it's half of the lyrics are dirty as shit.
Yeah,
which is great. You know, I remember listening to some of those songs as a kid, and I'm like, I don't know what that means. And then I got older, I'm like,
yeah.
Oh.
Well, it was weird, like the connection, like on Tush for me when I was little. Like I knew what it meant, but I didn't know what it really meant.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Like I knew what a Tush was, but I didn't know like that's what I'm like. Why is he after ass? I'm like, what's? Yeah.
No, there's there's a couple other ones I don't want to mention. There's one famous one I don't want to mention because of the kids.
Yeah, the children's.
Yeah. Bought a piece of jewelry.
Oh, yeah.
I never knew what that meant. What the hell? Until I grew up and I was like, oh! And then I started remember listening to ZZ Top stuff. I'm like, this is all dirty. All of this shit is dirty. Okay, so sorry.
All right.
All right, so next question comes from Headwop26, Mr. Yergs. Tweed, chocolate, blackface, or silverface? And to follow that up, which amp do you pick out of that group?
So favorite era Fender, and his is a blackface Bassman for Jake.
I like the Tweedy stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say even the Tweed Bassman would be in that. For me, I'd love to have one of those. I mean, I could honestly any of the Bassmans are pretty. I think they all have their they're all pretty cool. But the Tweed Bassman, the blackface Bassman would be cool.
Deluxe, old Tweed Deluxe.
Yeah.
That's where I'd go.
Honestly, I like the brown face look of a lot of stuff though. Like if I had a choice of the way it. I mean, it's dumb, but visually, yeah. Like, if I had to choose an aesthetic, I like the brown face stuff the most, probably. Just something about that, it is kind of, chocolatey. It kind of has that almost chocolate hazelnut kind of look to it. No, yeah. Ferrero Rocher.
Chocolate. Chocolate amplifiers. I can see, I always liked the Tweed. I always just thought Tweed looked
cool. Tweed always, that always does look cool.
It's just classic.
I actually like the Silverface stuff too, aesthetically. It's just, obviously tonally they don't get as much praise. Honestly, as time goes on though, I feel like more and more people are kind of going back to that because...
But some of that mid-70s stuff that we've gotten in here, like that, like the Champ, the Vibro Champ.
The Super Reverbs.
The Vibrolux that we had. I I mean, all that shit sounded great.
Well, it does, and I think as time goes
on...
I'm
still pissed that I sold that Vibrolux.
Well, I think it's one of those things, like, it wasn't far enough away from then to where people were like, oh, this is a really... You know what I mean? As things kind of go on, people get more...
More nostalgic
over stuff that wasn't, like, people didn't even care about.
Like leg warmers and...
Yeah, and headbands and
80s stuff.
Yeah.
I told you my story, right, when I went to the grocery store the other day. So I felt like I was Doctor Who.
Oh yeah.
Because I was like in a time... well, because I went to the grocery store, and so when I first moved to my neighborhood, it was kind of one way. Now, it's like... it's very hipstery in the neighborhood. Yes, it's kind of changed, and it's been gentrified and stuff. But it's very hipstery. So I went to the grocery store, and it was like every time I went around a corner, it was like somebody was from another era.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I know what you mean. No, I don't think you have, but I think, I know.
So I was in the bakery department, and this girl's literally, she looked like she just got done filming, like, Three's Company.
Yeah,
because it was
70s.
It was total 70s with the short shorts and the socks were up and the same kind of sneakers, and I'm like,
tucked in shirt.
yeah, I was like, what the shit?
Wow.
And then I walk around the corner and go down this other aisle, and this girl is dressed like she's from she just got off the USO tour from World War II.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because she had the hair and she was wearing the same, and it was like, what the hell is going on? And there again, I go to around to the produce section, and there's a dude, handlebar mustache with this little, and I go, what? Yeah, I was freaking out. I was like, this is way too odd. This whole thing is way too odd.
I was hoping you were gonna get to a jazzercise person.
I would
like
love to. If I see that, I'm definitely taking a picture. Because I was considering it, I'm like, this can't. Is this really happening?
Yeah.
Like, why is everybody?
Is that like a convention?
It was really just odd, I'm like, what? The guy with the handlebar mustache. Did you park your giant bike outside, the one with the big wheel?
Yeah,
I felt like that's what he
the
was.
big wheel with the little tiny wheel.
It's got a little lock on it up front. I'm like,
handcrafted, etched.
Bone shaker. Yeah, I was like, what? It was just really odd, man. I don't know. I don't know how I got on that, but yeah, it was like I was in a time warp.
That is interesting, though. Yeah, no, I feel like that around town now, too, because, you'll see somebody that looks like they came out of the 50s. Yeah. I've even seen a lot of women, up and down Broadway that have, the 50s dress, the whole thing, the hair, the ribbons, all of it. And then, and then you'll turn around and you see somebody that look like they... And it's crazy how far they go, because they actually look period correct. At least as far as you can tell.
Some of this stuff is pretty...
people are really going to a lot of effort for that.
It's quite hipstery here in Denver.
Yeah.
Seems lately. That's okay.
If it's going to at least go that way, I guess I'm more okay with people, picking all these weird eras than going with, the full-on, I'm just going to put on an ensemble of weird shit.
Well, that happens, too.
Yeah.
Well, 70s, we get a lot of folks who kind of...
Yes,
see a lot of people that dress like it's the 70s, and you're like, man, look at...
Especially a lot of the shows I go to, that crowd's pretty prevalent always.
Yeah, there's I've seen some bell bottoms and such, and some
vests and jean jackets and the whole
Hey, it's all good.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Let your freak flag fly, man.
I like that style more than just the weird socks with the little elf shoes and the.
Oh, that shit's weird.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes I'm like, I don't get it exactly. Yeah. Elf shoes. You got your dudes wearing capri pants.
Yeah, he's got a monocle for some reason. Yeah.
It's like Mr. Peanut has capri pants.
Yeah, it's like his weird hipster grandson.
Mr. Peanut's weird hipster grandson. We should make that song up. All right, sorry for the nonsensical rambling. Do we have any more? Oh, Reverend Richard Doom Dingus Palmer. Favorite guitar that you would never purchase?
Yeah, which is an interesting question.
Yeah. So basically, a guitar that's aesthetically.
Yeah, that you really cool, like, but you wouldn't use it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's
I would say
there's a few. Yeah, because even that weird, what was it, the X or the Z78 Guild thing, that it kind of like what that Starcaster thing we saw at NAMM was, where it's shaped kind of, you know what I mean? It's not bad, but I wouldn't probably it's kind of dumb, but somehow it's dumb enough that it's sort of cool, but you still wouldn't use it.
Right. Yeah. I still wouldn't want to play it.
Right.
I don't know. I think for me would be an Ibanez Gem. I really like the look of it. I think they're sexy.
Yeah.
The problem is that it's just not practical for me. I've played.
Not at all. Yeah,
I've played some, and the necks are too thin, and it's just. It's hot.
Right. Well, and honestly, I'm not a fan of Ibanez necks most of the time. Especially the bolt
thin ones.
Well, I don't like the thin ones, but they do. I guess it would be a U shape, but the way they kind of box the edges of the neck to where it flattens out on the back, but the edges are kind of boxy. I hate that. To me, it feels like you're playing an unfinished 2x4 or something. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's I just don't like.
Nobody at Ibanez is playing.
Well, no, I felt ones on their set neck stuff that felt right to me. But almost all of their bolt-ons that I've ever tried have always felt really boxy to me in terms of the neck shape, and it really aggravates me. It actually to me just really messes with my and I don't like it.
I just don't like the thinness of most of the gem style necks. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure the Arc Core stuff is probably different. Some of their the ones that I know that they're doing some kind of single cut.
What's the handle for though?
On the gem? In case you got to go somewhere, you got to get out quick, son.
You just got to run with the guitar. Just grab it and run.
Just get it and go.
Briefcase it.
I'm sure there'd probably be some like cool jazz boxy things that I would kind of like.
Aesthetic,
You
but
know,
not really
aesthetically,
used.
I think they're cool looking, but I wouldn't.
I'm kind of that way. Like a lot of the arch tops, like I like them, but
I'm not spending $40,000 on a guitar that I'll never use.
Right. Yeah, for me, honestly, even SGs fall into this category slightly. Just I love them. I actually really like. I love the way they sound. I like the way they look, but they look like a toy on me.
Yeah.
Like I feel like if you're over 6 foot and wide, they just look too small.
It's a wee little guitar. Well, it's like my Blues Hawk.
Right.
That Blues Hawk, man. It's great. I just picked up a Blues Hawk, Gibson Blues Hawk, and it's super cool. But I was playing it standing up, and I looked over at a mirror, and I was like, "Oh,
yeah."
It's like I didn't. It's like a ukulele.
It's
a wee little guitar.
Yeah. Well, that's why I feel. And honestly, a lot of SGs, depending on certain ones, whatever the neck is, they have that neck dive thing going on too.
Yeah.
And I kind of hate that too. Cause like I guess because I'm used to the Explorer, it sits in playing position all the time.
Like yeah, you
it just it's like you don't even, like you let it go and it just stays there.
That's kind of how my Texas Toast is.
Oh, the Jupiter.
Yeah. It just kind of, even though it's long.
Right.
It sets. It kind of sets just right. It's not. It's. Yeah. I like that. So.
Well, it's nice because like if you have a tendency, like, because I do grip pretty heavy. Some guitars, if they're too light, they move around on me too much. I feel like, whereas like Explorers and Les Pauls, yeah, like you're almost picking the guitar up while you're doing the chord, which is too much. But when you're having fun, it's hard to rein that in.
You're feeling it.
So I don't want to feel like the guitar is gonna like run away on me.
Yeah, it's just
like come here, you wee little bastard. Yeah.
I don't know if there's any other guitars I like most of them.
Yeah, because I mean, I was gonna say there's a lot of ones. Like I'm sure if I looked at some old body styles, it'd be like, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
But I can't say that it's something that I would actually, because like an SG, like I genuinely like. I just probably wouldn't
play it.
Yeah, probably. I mean, like even that's something.
You wouldn't spend the money on it. That's like me, like the gem.
Right.
For the price, I'm not gonna spend the money because I would never play the guitar. So.
Right.
All right. I think that
wraps it up. Yeah.
About time. I think we got some folks rolling up here at the door.
Hearing horns and things.
Yes. So thanks for coming by. Thank you. Hit the like button. Hit the thing.
Ding-a-ling.
Ding-a-ling. Let them know. Subscribe if you like the banter, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, if you like our diversions.
Yeah. Wherever it goes to.
Yeah. It was some good stuff.
Yeah,
we had minimal questions, but we still got the right amount of time.
Still stretching.
Yeah.
Filler.
Stretch.
Stretch. All right, we'll catch you guys on the flip side.
You're on the Dr. Phil show. A problem is that you're into yourself, that you flirt with girls.